Hey guys, I'm Diwash Gahatraj and I'm back with a brand new episode of Soundcheck. And my guests today are the band members of Kalb, a progressive rock band. You know what? We're actually following the social distancing norm of the COVID-19 situation because I'm podcasting this show from Siliguri. One member of the band is in Kolkata, remaining two are in UP and the other two are in Delhi. So here we go, we'll talk about the band, their journey, how they formed, how they came together. But first of all,
Soundcheck with Diwash Gahatraj.
hello guys, today I have a progressive rock band Kalb from Delhi and I would like to welcome all of you for this special lockdown session of Soundcheck. I am Diwash Gahatraj. Can you just guys let's make a small noise here? Say
hi everyone.
Hi everyone. Hi.
Hi everyone.
Hi Diwash.
Welcome Kalb. So today I have with me Arjun, Himanshu, Arindam, Sanskar and Kabir.
Thank you.
So where does this word Kalb comes from?
It comes from an Urdu word. It's called Kalb. It does come from the Urdu word which is Qalb, which means heart. It came out of nowhere, but again it sounded cool for us.
So how would you define the sound of your band Kalb?
Okay, so basically sound of Kalb is something which can make you imagine a story. Our prime motive behind creating or deciding any kind of structure of the song is to build a connection with the thoughts of the listener. So not just an ordinary music that we listen in the background.
Okay. What is the lineup of the band?
So we have Arjun on bass and vocals, Arindam on drums and percussions, we have Sanskar on keys, Kabir on lead guitarist and myself on acoustic and vocals.
Awesome. Who does what in the band? I mean, like apart from the musical bit, like who's the writer and who decides the composition, what goes and where?
It's not only the one person. We all give our important inputs and for every song. Like for example, the last composition that we released, Firdaus, like I guess every one of us gave very important input in the song. From creating a bass line from Arjun to creating wonderful piano solo by Sanskar, and the idea of riff, the ballad, all came from Arindam and Arjun. I guess everyone did their own part. And we collectively came up as a team.
So I'll talk about Firdaus later. So firstly, tell me, how did you guys meet?
So Arjun and I are college friends. So we started this band all together. That's in mid 2018. And when he told me that he has met some amazing musicians online, and Arjun used to jam with Kabir, Arindam and Sanskar. So he introduced me to them in probably January 2019. I met Arindam and Sanskar. And later on, probably by April, the band was completed with Kabir joining as a lead guitarist.
So what is the status of your first album? I mean, how many songs would be there? You came up with one song, right, Firdaus?
This is Sanskar Goyal, the keyboardist of the band. We started our recording in October 2019. We jammed a lot before October 2019 and we ended up composing the whole song and we started recording. And the recording took around 1.5 months to complete. And then we just released our track in December 2019.
Thank you, Sanskar. So I can understand the process, the patience which a musician has to have. So Sanskar, how did you meet these guys, like Arjun and Himanshu, since they were college mates?
So basically I had released one of my cover of Porcupine Tree and I just posted it on the Facebook and these guys were able to contact me through it. That's how we met.
Okay, so Arindam, Sanskar and Kabir, were they in a different band altogether earlier?
Yeah, they were having a different band and they were having a college gig. So they immediately needed a bassist for that.
So you all are Delhi based?
Everyone is not Delhi based. Me and Himanshu are Delhi based. And Arindam is based out of Calcutta. And Kabir, I guess Kabir can tell from where he belongs.
Yeah, I'm from Moradabad, Uttar Pradesh.
So Kabir, what has been your musical journey so far?
So basically I'll tell you, I learned guitar, I started learning guitar when around 10 years back or maybe more. It's been so long, I don't even remember honestly. So it's been more than 10 years, and yes, I've learned it from a local teacher here itself. He was my idol. All throughout, he has been my idol. And apart from him, YouTube was a great method. And then obviously jamming with these guys made me learn a lot. Like if I was 20, they made me 100. Jamming is something which every musician needs, and it increases their capacity and ability overall.
Okay, so that was Kabir's story. So let me hear from Arindam. Arindam, what has been your musical journey growing up in Kolkata?
I didn't just grew up in Calcutta. My mom is in army. I've been transferred a lot of times to a lot of cities. Basically, I started learning percussion music when I was in class 4. I started learning tabla as my primary instrument, and from there I started gaining a lot of interest in a lot of musical aspects and a lot of different music genres. And I picked up this music which is very weird genre of music, that is metal music, something which is very different when you have a classical music background. My mother is also a classical singer, so it was very difficult to convince my mother that I actually wanted to learn drums, and I wasn't even a bit supported. I learned it from watching YouTube videos, and from there I started covering some songs. I went to Banaras, and there the influences were different. Like a lot of influences when I was getting transferred from one city to another, the influences were getting stronger and a bit different. When I reached Delhi, I met Kabir, Sanskar, and we formed a band. From there, my whole musical journey had a very good turn. We practiced daily, and now I have a very different kind of a music taste, and actually I'm enjoying with these guys.
So who are your influences, Arindam?
It's a huge list. It's a huge list. 1 to 2 artists, I'll just name them. One is, of course, Steven Wilson and his band Porcupine Tree, of course. Also, Tool is my huge influence. I'm a big fan. They have been my influence from years.
So let me have Sanskar now, and let me talk to him for a while. Hello, Sanskar.
Yeah, hi.
Sanskar, tell me about your musical journey, you coming and joining Kalb, and what have you been earlier before Kalb? What were you doing?
So my musical journey started back when I was in standard 6. I joined my school choir. I started playing keyboard there, and my brother is also a keyboardist. So I will say that my influence is my brother only. Actually, he played keyboards, and I was influenced by him in learning and to play keyboard like him. So I started in 6th class playing keyboards, and then I continued. And when I joined the college, I met Arindam and Kabir, and we made a college band. Then we started the college band, and we jammed, we performed in various events. Then we met Arjun, Handa, the bassist of the band. Then we formed a Kalb, and we jammed and prepared our compositions. So yeah, that was the journey.
Nice. So who are your influences apart from your brother?
Actually, I started listening to Bollywood only. I have my serious influences like A.R. Rahman sir. I like the music of Amit Trivedi and Sulim Suleiman. But now I listen mostly to Steven Wilson and Porcupine Tree, his band, and of course the prog rock music.
So quite a lot of Porcupine Tree fans here, huh? How has been your journey so far with Kalb?
Actually, it is fantastic. I mean, all the members of the band, I've learned a lot from them. Different music genres and different types of music, since I've learned a lot from them. So it has been a fantastic journey with them, and I hope it continues.
I hope that too. So now I'll move straight towards Himanshu.
Yes, Diwash.
So tell me about your musical journey. Who do you listen to?
I started my musical journey with Arjun only. So we used to do a lot of Bollywood commercial music, and at one point of time we both decided कि यार ये चल नहीं रहा है. We have our own compositions, and we need to make people listen to our original music, because it has more potential. And talking about influences, I grew up listening to hip hop, Eminem. There is a whole spectrum of musical genre. So from hip hop to classic rock to metal, then to progressive rock and jazz. But the most influential artist I would say is Steven Wilson for me personally, because the way he describes his music via stories, and make some conceptual music that actually blow your mind.
So now I come to Arjun, the bassist of Kalb, who happens to be my friend and my ex-band member from my Bangalore-based folk fusion band, Folk Tree. So I know him since 2016. So Arjun, tell me about your musical influences.
Okay, so my musical influence has been I have been switching from band to band, from genre to genre, from my past 10 years. So I started playing bass 10 years back. Exactly 10 years back, I started playing bass just after my school days were over. And I started with the college band. And we were just playing around at different battle of bands and just doing the commercial stuff and all that. We were very doing very common songs that Atif Aslam and Jal songs that like every band do when in the starting journey. And later on, slowly, when I started deep diving into the music, I had influences with the metal music and progressive music. And after that, I guess when I was in Bangalore with you guys, you made me listen to all those cult songs and old songs, classic numbers. That made a basic change in my musical journey. And I switched to funk, blues, and jazz, listening to all those things. Right now, there is no particular genre or no particular music which I can say it influences me. But yeah, that has been a good time with all of the bands.
I'm sure this must have made you a very seasoned bassist with so
Yeah.
many influences. Yeah?
Yes.
Even you are a Porcupine Tree fan, right? You were a Porcupine Tree fan.
Yes,
as far
I
as
am a
remember.
Porcupine. That's what I was saying. I'm not fixed to any particular genre. Right now, I am totally into Jacob Pastorius. I'm listening to RHCP.
Oh,
So
okay.
it keeps on changing.
Oh.
But yeah, Porcupine Tree is one of the best band I've ever heard. Yeah.
So Arjun, tell me, what was the idea behind Firdaus?
Basically, Himanshu just came to me and said, "यार देख मैंने एक song लिखा है," and it was really short song of approximately 2.5 minutes. And I was like, "नहीं यार, इसमें potential है, we can do something with it." And I just came up. We started recording, and I just came up with the bass line randomly. And we kept it, and we thought maybe we can use it when the time is there. At that time, just me and Himanshu only were there, and we were already thinking that we'll be having a band and we'll be doing this song with the proper instruments. When we progressed further, we involved Arindam and Sanskar. That was a time when songs started picking up. You won't believe me that we were just practicing the same song for months. And then also Himanshu and me were thinking we were not getting that perfect satisfaction that we wanted.
वो मजा नहीं आ रहा
Yeah,
था.
exactly. So we just started improvising, and everyone's input was there. Later on, Kabir came and he also added his effects from pedals and his guitar skills. So it was like a blend of different people, and not just one person. I would not give credit to any one person for this thing. We all did improvisation and brainstorming while jamming. And there was few of the sessions we were just thinking, what should we play, what should be the next note, what should be the next chord. There were few of the jams like that, and here's the end result.
I guess I guess all the music process happen in a band specifically happens as a teamwork, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So talking further about Firdaus, when I heard Firdaus, the complete version of Firdaus, my reaction was, wow, this is so postmodern. After really, really long time, after I don't know, many years from college, I heard a composition like Firdaus, a really long 9-minute song. So can you just tell me about the next song, Man Marziyan, and about the first album? How many songs will it have?
So Man Marziyan, it's a song about a person who is so hopeful that he's actually inspiring others by giving hope to live life to the fullest. So according to the album, the person touches the touch point in his life where he's very hopeful. It's so hopeful that he's actually inspiring the other person. And talking about the number of songs in our album, we have 7 songs. 2 of them are the instrumentals. And the whole concept of the album revolves around the story of a person who has been in different emotional transition at different points of life. Every song is interlinked with each other, interconnected with each other, describing the situation of the particular person, with that emotional transition.
It was great talking to you guys. And I will leave the podcast with Firdaus, the latest single launched by the band. Thank you guys for listening. Bye.
था क्यों चला खाली इन रस्तों पे मैं यूं खो सी गई उम्मीदें मेरी जाने क्यों गम सा रहा तेरे सपनों में सौ रातों से थमसी गई जिंदगी मेरी जाने क्यों हाँ मैं जानू ना